Dicky fam!
Hey Dicky fam!
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
We're back with another video.
Yeah.
Yes, baby, we are back and we're doing a struggles of marriage.
Yeah. I wish we could say that the struggles have ceased from our relationship.
You think that they would? 7 years of marriage.
Almost 7 years of marriage.
Like, we know each other well. He's learned how to please me. We have no problems. But here we are once again.
No, the struggles continue. You just go from one struggle to the next.
God.
And it's about how many struggles can you get through until you reach and meet Jesus. But this struggle, we're talking about the transition from being just husband and wife, gallivanting around the world, enjoying each other. And now we have a beautiful baby boy that we love dearly. But that transition presented a struggle.
And you know us, we were like, you know what, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We watched the marriage videos, the parenting videos.
Yeah, we've seen some sermons.
Yeah, we've seen some sermons.
Yeah.
We know how to work with each other well. We're a great team.
We have 5 years of getting to know each other.
Oh my gosh, 5 years of preparation.
And then reality. You know those sleepless nights? Now I understand why it's a form of torture. So guys, we're going to just talk through just our journey. It's going to be like a bit of a story time. I don't know. There might be some arguing. There might be some fighting.
Yeah, because you know when you're reminiscing, the feelings come back.
It might come back up.
Yeah. And then we'll tell you what we learned through the process. Okay, so where do we start? Jerry was born.
Yeah, 17th of November 2021. The date that would change our life forever.
Yeah. And even though the way he came into the world was very unexpected and sudden and it was an emergency C-section, the recovery was actually okay. My mum locked me up in a room. I had Gabe's mum, your mum. The family support was unreal. They were all looking after me.
We basically locked Anna in a room and made sure she wasn't allowed to leave. And we just kept feeding her, gave her everything that she needed, and we all supported looking after Jerry.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, so that was a good stretch of 6 weeks and 6 days. Everything was beautiful. Yeah. And we all, we had Christmas there as well. We had the opportunity to introduce Jerry to the family. Yeah. And in that initial period as well, so I had 2 weeks paternity leave and I also reserved 3 weeks holiday. So between that 6 weeks and 6 days, I had 5 weeks off. So I was really able to be there, present. Yeah. When Jerry cried, I would jump up, go and help him.
And he's the first grandson on both sides. Everyone's really excited. Everyone's over. Everyone wants to hold him, look after him. So it was actually really nice. Yeah. We had some challenges with breastfeeding, but we overcame them. And it was just a beautiful,
great
6 week
Christmas,
period.
we were dancing, eating, enjoying Jerry's first Christmas. It was fantastic.
It was lovely.
We really enjoyed.
And maybe because it was such a high, that the low felt even lower.
We really enjoyed those 6 weeks and 6 days.
What does everyone complain about?
Yeah. Then the new year hits. We're now in 2022. Okay, so now we're at the 4th of January. 4th of January, Anna goes back to work and I go back to work. Yeah. And just to put into context, the reason why Anna went back to work quite soon after having Jerry.
7 weeks to be exact.
6 weeks and 6 days actually.
Okay, even worse.
It's because when we conceived and we found out we were pregnant with Jerry, Anna also had an opportunity to go for this exciting job, the current job that she's at now. And we were like, if we take this means this. And we're the kind of people that be like, you know what? Pick my thing, we can do this thing,
We can do this. If God is for us, who can be against us?
And, the initial, few weeks.
Months even.
Yeah, months. We were on the same thing. Put it in context. So this is also the later phases of this whole pandemic. So I was still working from home as well.
True. So we're both working from home. With both mums fully supporting.
Yeah, my mum would look after Jerry for 2 days. Anna's mum would look after Jerry for 2 days. And my sister was on a gap year from,
between uni
and her job. So she looked after Jerry for 1 day.
And we were both at home working. No commute, family support, you're in the house with your child.
And if there's an emergency, we
can
get
right
to
there. It started off working well. And I think we were okay, weren't we, for the first month. And then...
What happened then? What happened then?
It was too much for me.
Yeah, that's fine because it's a lot.
Because I was doing the most of the work.
That's what you believe.
I was doing everything.
No, you weren't doing a lot because obviously you're breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And
doing the night shift.
You wasn't doing everything.
I was doing all the night shifts.
Were you?
In the first 2 weeks, you were very alert.
First 2 weeks?
I was so shocked.
So what happened for the whole 6 weeks
I
and 6 days?
was so shocked that you even woke up at night to hear Jerry, because he sleeps. When he sleeps, he's pretty much dead. After that, back to the old routine where you didn't hear a thing and you're sleeping through the night. And I was looking after Jerry fully.
You see, the thing, Anna believes that I was sleeping through the night, but I actually wasn't.
Okay, what were you doing when you were snoring?
No, but the thing is, I'm probably just breathing heavy in bed. The thing is, there'll be times where Jerry will wake up, I will even go and get him, and then he breastfeeds. During that breastfeeding period, I might just lie down and close my eyes.
But what was the plan before Jerry was born?
We said
you take certain days where you do the night shift, and I take certain days.
Yeah.
Why am I up every night?
You've got to also understand my wife, Anna. She's someone who's very optimistic. She doesn't like to admit when things are getting a bit hard. So every time anybody, family, myself, or friends, will ask Anna about how is the night situation, what would she tell me? She would say, oh, it's easy. I whip out the boob, I give him the boob, he falls asleep.
But some people are just much more proactive.
No,
like mom and other family members.
But mom never did anything at night. But least you told me that the night was not that deep.
I never told you.
It wasn't until one night where I must have woken up needing to go to the toilet. And then I just see that Anna is just pacing around the room a couple of times. And I'm like, Anna, what's going on? Why is it taking you so long to get back to sleep? I thought you just whip out the boob, give him the boob, and he passes out. But no. Then she started to tell me about how it would take a few hours to go back to sleep. And then I was like, okay, so why didn't you tell me? Then she's getting angry with me, like, why didn't you know? Why weren't you proactive? Why weren't you doing this, that, and that? And those type of things. I hate surprises.
Yeah, you do.
I really do not like surprises. If you are suffering in a situation or you feel like you don't have support, ask a question. I am the kind of guy where I would try my best to do whatever you ask. There's nothing you
I think part of the challenge is I didn't know that there was an issue until there was an issue.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was sleep deprived until I was hit by sleep deprivation over a long period of time. And I started getting really resentful and frustrated. Well, I was being resentful and frustrated in the process.
But I didn't all over the place.
Communicate it enough. And I had expectation that he would just be proactive at all times to make sure that obviously Jerry's waking up at night. If you're not waking up during the night, you know that Jerry's waking up through the night, don't you?
Yeah.
And if you don't wake up during the night, who's waking up during the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And with regards to cooking for us and the family, that was still on me as well.
No, but we have to understand this, okay? So another context is when Anna
everyday context.
If there's a situation of cooking and looking after Jerry,
yep.
Anna will always say, you look after Jerry,
yep.
I'll go and cook.
Yep.
Because the thing that you never understand is, you say that you're doing everything, but when you're cooking, who's with Jerry? And you choose to cook, but you don't realize, or you didn't realize at the time, that cooking at that point in time was more tiring than looking after Jerry in that initial phase. Because I would have to just...
You've got all the answers, haven't you,
you would always come, here's Jerry, look after him, I'm going to cook.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you want to cook...
In summary, it was a very challenging season.
Yeah.
A lot of unmet expectations, a lot of tiredness.
Yeah.
And I think you not being as proactive as
in
you
the
could
initial
have been.
phase.
Because I think he's a new man now.
The thing is, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to protect Anna from herself. Because what I have also come to realize is the fact that you don't always know what's best for yourself. So you take on more than you actually need to. So now I am overthinking everything. So it's like, if you say you're going to do something, I can't just take that as face value. I have to say, is what you're about to embark upon reasonable, and how is that actually going to affect you this evening or tomorrow? I have to do all that, gymnastics in my mind before I allow you to do something, because I don't want to have to deal with the consequences.
And that's how it should be. I can't always tell you everything.
Yeah.
because that is also tiring. And you can't always be proactive in every single thing. So I think there's a middle ground where you are proactive and not just, sitting back and waiting for me to ask you all the time. And also I need to ask you more and be clear about what the expectation is.
In that season where we had the rocky patch, I think it went on for about, what would you say, 3 months?
Yeah.
So probably about from March to the time I took paternity leave. That 3 month period was very rocky.
Yeah.
Our communication was poor. We said things we didn't mean.
Yeah.
Because
you also offended that I said you didn't meet the mark.
Yes, I was, because I felt like I was also trying as much as I could, as much as I was aware. I felt like I was blindsided. I felt like there was no communication about things building up. I got everything at the end, and it was just a punch in the face. Like myself, there are many men out there.
Yeah.
There are many men who are waking up, skipping through the house, happy, and their wife are annoyed at them and they haven't communicated. It's a madness.
Yeah, but I didn't hold this in for long. I said hold it in.
3 months.
No, 3 months.
It was a 3 month build up.
Yeah, but I didn't even know it was going to hit me like that.
You are feeling something that you have not communicated at all.
Yeah.
So you have 3 months worth of resentment that is coming full force for my head. That is a madness. Because with me, if you annoy me, I tell you in the moment, hey, I did not like this. You know black and white what I did not like.
Yeah, but the baby is a new situation for both of us.
I know, but
even at the end of your paternity leave, you were like, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired, but the thing is, I told you.
No.
Like, this is making me tired. Did you get any like...
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
As you can see, it was a very, very tough season. I mean, we're laughing about it now and we're able to talk through it. Yeah. But it was painful. There were a lot of
tears on both sides.
Emotions, frustrations. But we got through it by the grace of God.
Amen.
And what I learned in that season, I think one is, even though I can do everything, it doesn't mean that I should.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that everything needs to be done in my timing as well. So I am the type of person, pre-baby, I'm the type of person who does everything before she relaxes. But if I kept doing that, and because I tried to keep doing that when we had our son, it just tired me out. I actually had to rest when he rested. I know people always said it, but I never did it. And I was very much of the mindset of, okay, once he's asleep, get everything sorted, sort out the house, and then sit down. But then he wakes up. And then it's the same cycle. So I never rested. And I just needed to leave room for him, Gabes,
your husband,
my husband, to actually do things for me. And I need to be more vulnerable. I'm not a vulnerable person. I can't believe that. I can't believe I'm not a vulnerable person.
So
I really thought I was a vulnerable person, but I'm actually not. I don't like to admit when I need help, and I'd rather put on a tough front and do things myself, and that just doesn't get you through parenting, because you have to be so vulnerable about how you feel and when you need help, and that's a lot. Like, I feel bad asking Gabes all the time, can you get this, can you get that, can you do this, can you do that,
even though I don't mind,
even though he doesn't mind. Like, he is the most willing person. If I ask him to do anything, he gets up straight away to do it.
Almost.
I am also extremely impatient, and that impatience definitely flowed through into parenting. And not with our son, but with Gabe. I expect you to realise that I've said it in this scenario, so it applies when that scenario happens again. But I think in this marriage, I definitely need to over-communicate, and that tests my patience. So I've definitely learned a lot about myself.
And what I have learned, so even though Anna may be sometimes impatient and has a, explosion and hits me with everything, I've got to realise that her frustrations are coming from a real place, and not be too sensitive in that moment, and have the ears to hear, ask questions, let her unpack everything without being immediately defensive. Because I don't like surprises, sometimes I am quick just to defend the situation and shut down her feelings and everything. And it's not nice for her to feel like she's not being heard. So I definitely need to exercise listening better. And when I'm feeling a certain way, control my emotions so Anna can unpack hers, and then we can deal with everything that's in front of us. Yeah, when I bring a situation, not making it about you, because that's my opportunity to express my situation. But then when you turn it around, it just becomes, a situation of when you were talking, I listened.
No, you didn't. You were thanks.
Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Yeah. Anytime, my love.
I've also learned to protect Anna from herself. When I see that she's doing things that led to her previous tiredness, I just interrupt it. She could be midway through cutting through some chicken. I'm like, hey, get over here, sit down, let's chill.
Because before I would say, oh yeah, no. Oh, even now I'd still say, no, I'm okay, I'm happy to do this. Like, no, sit down.
You need to get your ass on the sofa. You need to turn on the TV. Well, let's find something on Netflix and let's just chill.
And it's just all about loving each other, isn't it? I think this has helped us love each other better. Knowing your partner more so that you can serve them better. Yeah. And I think that's what this season really helped us.
Yeah. Also, organize the... I'm trying to take more of a proactive step in organizing the household. So it's like, what needs to be done? Who's going to do what? Let's agree. And then I'm also taking into consideration Anna's tiredness so that we don't enter into a situation where my wife is tired.
Yeah, it's about talking about things beforehand. Because if we do leave things last minute, I'm the one that ends up doing a lot of the stuff. So I think we've become much more organised and you've taken the lead in that.
But it's also okay to reserve your energy and be in a messy house for a couple of hours and just chill. Like, you have to get comfortable with that.
But we work better with an organised household. So in advance, we know who's doing what.
And together we just learn just to have fun along the journey as well. Like, there's nothing too serious where you can't enjoy each other. I've also, another thing I've learned as well is to, so if Anna's in an environment, she feels like she needs to do something, which is an issue. And it's her problem, but I've taken on to some extent as my problem. So I take Anna out of the environment. So I might take Jerry out. I might ask her to just get out of the house and go do what she needs to do. So when she's not in the environment, then she doesn't have to worry about tidying up, cooking this or whatever. So just to allow her to have peace of mind, so she needs to be out. But yeah, just have fun along the journey. I think like if we could do the season a bit better, we'll communicate better, and just be able to have fun along the journey.
I know that your partner's trying the best
and have grace. I think that's the important thing. Have grace for one another. We will both slip up. It's the first child that we've had, and we both never had a child before. This is the first marriage that we're in. There's so many new things that we're going through together, and we just gotta have grace for one another.
Your partner has good intentions. The moment you start thinking like, oh no, they're out to hurt me, they don't care about me, they're untrustworthy, did I marry the right person, all of these types of questions, that's when you're on a downward spiral. But as soon as you start thinking, no, this is the person I'm meant to be with, this is just an issue.
Speed bump.
Speed bump, we're not communicating well, we just need to reset. I think that's when you're on good track.
You need to reset.
You need to reset.
Okay.
But anyway, guys, hopefully that Struggles of Marriage video was encouraging. Hopefully it's relatable. Just know that we all have struggles. I think we started this series to show that no relationship is perfect. You can overcome, you can push through, and you can still love each other at the end of it. Because we are definitely in love, aren't we, my love?
We're approaching 7 years, and we still feel like we're in the early phases of our marriage, still getting to know each other. And the amazing thing about marriage is when you feel like you just about understand, they change.
There's more.
And you got to learn to re-love. You got to date the person again, discover the person, love the person, and then they change.
You really get what you put in. You get out what you put in. Into marriage. Like, the grass is not greener over there somewhere else with a new person. It's actually greener where you water it. And if you water your own grass, like, it will shine. And I think with us, we've got this commitment to just keep doing this until the end. And because all our energy is invested into this marriage, like, we see through and we do grow and we become stronger despite the circumstances. Let us know what some of your struggles of marriage are. But boy, that new child. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.